Hello there, how are you? And welcome back to Breakfast All Day. Christy, Alonso, and Matt, we are about to talk about one of the best movies of the year. And that is not hyperbole. This is going to end up on my top 10 list. This is a damn perfect movie.
Here's what's also awesome about this movie. Could describe all three of us.
Maybe you guys. I'm not sure I'm that. I partied in high school.
Your wisdom came from the streets.
I was a little party girl in high school.
But as they learn, one does not preclude the other.
This is true. You can do it all in Booksmart, which is excellent. Please tell us about Alonso.
So Kaitlyn Dever and Beanie Feldstein play best friends. They are high school seniors on the last day before graduation, and they have been super concentrated on their work and kind of suck-ups to teachers and have had no real life outside of just like the grind. They come to find out at the very end of high school that all of the people they've been judging for being like popular jerks and party people or whatever also got into really good colleges. So they learned that they did high school all wrong, and they have one night to cram in 4 years' worth of actual fun before their high school career is over. And so we get a one crazy night movie, and I love that genre when you do it right. Dazed and Confused, American Graffiti, Can't Hardly Wait.
Superbad,
16 Candles. Yes. There's a proud legacy of these. And this movie is nonstop hilarious. It's the directorial debut of Olivia Wilde. And even with 4 screenwriters, which is usually a red flag, like, these are really interesting characters. They're believable characters. The whole high school milieu feels very lived in and recognizable, and it never lags.
Yeah, I had the biggest smile on my face the entire time. The biggest, goofiest smile, like I did when I saw Long Shot. This is the same feeling I had when I saw Long Shot. Like, amazing chemistry, this really tricky balance to pull off of. It is a raunchy R-rated movie. These girls are raunchy. Even though they are quote unquote nerds or whatever, like they will still say anything, and like nothing is off limits here. And I love that they will put these words in young women's mouths, because young women often do talk this way, and It feels very, very true. But there's also such sweetness, and there is such believability to their bond. You guys might have read the story in the LA Times over the weekend about how Beanie Feldstein and Kaitlyn Dever lived together for 2.5 months.
Oh, wow.
They lived in one of those furnished apartments in those big high-rises in West Hollywood. They ate breakfast together. They would lay around in bed at night and snuggle and watch movies together. They took the van to the set together. Like, they were inseparable.
Nice.
And it was their idea to do that.
Nice.
And they, I guess they were having lunch with Olivia Wilde in the early stages of all this. And the joke was, we should just live together. And then Kaitlyn Dever goes, can we? And they did, and that's
a great pickup line.
Yeah, and that bond really shows. They are both really specific characters, as you say, and there's such love for them. Like, yes, they've focused on their academics, but the movie never looks down on them or tools on them for that. Quite the opposite. There's like great appreciation for the dedication and the focus that these young ladies have. And
if the movie judges them for anything, it's for being so judgmental about their classmates, whom they don't really know,
and they feel superior to.
And they play that out so perfectly, because, as you know, it's almost the last day, or it's the last day of school before graduation, and Beanie Feldstein's character is talking about how, we're not supposed to say where we're getting into college, right? But she'll backhandedly hint that she's going to Yale, right? Like, I'm so much better than everyone.
When I'm in New Haven next year.
When I'm in New Haven, right? Like, she's so passive aggressive about it. And so when the discovery is made about what everyone else is doing, it's awesome. They set that, not just joke, they set that plot point up so well that it pays off so good. I think it was Katie Walsh on Twitter said, it's not okay that Olivia Wilde comes so hard directing here. Like, she hits us so hard with her first directorial debut. This movie is almost perfect.
It is perfect.
It's almost perfect.
What is not perfect about it?
So I'm going to up my score.
All right. What's your score
but
now?
It's still not quite a 10.
Okay, what are you saying?
I'm going to say 9.9.
9.9.
And I have one really nitpicky thing.
What's your nitpick?
So there's a song choice towards the end that doesn't fit what's happening.
Okay. Well, you can tell us later.
That's my one pit. My one complaint is that the use of the Run the Jewels and DJ Shadow song at the end doesn't fit right to what's happening.
I don't even remember that.
That's the Nobody Speaks song. Huh. The one that starts out with the guitar riff, when they're in the car.
Yeah. So they're in the car at this point.
Right. And all I'm saying is they're in the car. We're not going to say what's happening.
Okay.
We're not going to say why, but that song doesn't fit what's happening.
Okay.
It's not the right choice of music.
I had no problem with
Apart from that.
I want to give a shout out. I mean, the two leads are amazing, but I want to mention Skylar Gisondo.
So good. Maybe
Oh my God.
Gisondo. He stepped out of the 1980s. I don't know where they found this guy.
Almost steals this movie.
Yeah.
He's like a Ducky Dale figure.
Yeah. And then can we talk about Billie Lourd?
And Billie Lourd. I was
She's
just
so
going to
good.
say,
She's a
Billie
revelation in
Lourd
this.
is hysterically funny.
And you almost wonder, how much is she channeling her mother?
Her mom is Carrie Fisher.
Right, her mother is Carrie Fisher, and you have to wonder, is she doing how her perception of her mom's stories about being the Hellraiser she used to be?
Yeah.
Right, there has to be. I mean, I'd love to talk to her about that. Everybody's great in this, and when the movie's winking at the audience with the delivery driver.
That's a great scene.
Right, but then the payoff to that later.
Yeah.
Right? Even when it winks at the audience, it's awesome. Again, I am blown away. I can't wait to see more Olivia Wilde movie.
Yeah.
This movie's a revelation.
Yeah.
And I don't say that lightly. And to the point of, we've talked about this a little bit before about how we hear from our peers about movies. And so you were raving about this before we saw it, and there's a little bit of a danger of overselling a movie.
You meaning me. You're pointing to
right,
me.
I'm sorry. I'm pointing to Christy for those people listening at home and not watching the video.
I texted you when I got out of it. I'm like,
Right.
go see Booksmart.
Right. And that's not to say that I don't disbelieve Christy, but when I know, at least for me, when somebody whose opinion I respect, like Christy or Alonso, says something is awesome, that means it had better be fucking amazing, right?
We've seen a lot of movies in our lives.
And I guess this is my long-winded way of saying that this movie is even better than I had hoped it was going to be, right? This movie, again, but for one minor little point about I would have picked a different song there, this movie is pretty much perfect.
This movie is up there with Rushmore for me.
Yeah.
As far as this kind of film.
It'd be easy to dismiss it too, it's an R-rated, raunchy, last night of high school comedy.
Right.
We've seen them.
Right. Or it's the girl Superbad.
It's so much more.
Even with Jonah Hill's sister.
It's so much more than female Superbad. And I love Superbad. I do. But this is its own wonderful, special thing. So I'm going big, guys. 10. First 10 of the year.
Also for me, first 10 of the year.
Woo-woo!
9.9 because I'm a hater.
Matt hates fun. So our number is a 9.9, and it's at 99% on the tomato meter. So after you've taken your kids to go see Aladdin, treat yourself to Booksmart.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us at BeFastAllDay on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and go to patreon.com/BeFastAllDay to check out all the cool extra content that we offer to our Patreon subscribers.
There's so much. It's like we're paying you. Bye.